Greetings, hello, welcome on in. Unoptimized Fool here from the closet. And I know I was going to talk about eventually the tier sets that are coming in 11.2, so might as well talk about them today, shall we? Now, listen guys, there's going to be a little bit of a change up with how they work this season. As you guys know, gonna hit myself in the back there, gee whiz. As you guys know, the old system, the current system that we have now, a tier set is based off of your spec, right? Obviously, each class has a relatively around 3 specs, and each spec has their own tier set, and it's a 2-piece and 4 set. Again, that's not changing for the new season, the 2 and 4, but it's going to be not based off your spec anymore. It's actually going to be based off your hero talents, right? Now, you're probably wondering, well, hold on, Unoptimized Fool. Every spec has option to 2 hero tracks, right? With their talents. What does that mean? That means that technically every spec has access to picking their tier set, right? Each has their own bonuses. So now, by the way, guys, your bonuses and your best in the slot, your hero class might be changing here. So definitely keep an eye out if you're a min-maxer, right? So again, they're going to be targeting hero talents now. So that now every class, every spec is going to have 2 options, right? So it's, obviously there's always going to be a best in slot one, and people are just going to min-max no matter what. But there's more options. There's more flexibility with the system. So this is obviously a test, and if it goes well, we might see this go forward and into new seasons too. So who knows how this is going to work. Now, I do want to mention though real quick about PvP, right? Because I think it's important to talk about PvP every year, once in a while, right? So again, with PvP, we actually have a new entire island that's PvP oriented on Koresh, called the Vanquisher's Wake. So you can go there and PvP to your delight, and it's a little bit of an open world PvP system, PvP island, right? So again, it's not too much for PvP. I think PvP has been getting shafted here in the past. I don't really cover much PvP here unless it's like major news, but obviously they have their own little island now, which is pretty cool. And also too, just for this video, it might be a shorter video because again, nothing too crazy here. Obviously with the hero talents being how tier sets work, that's pretty cool. But I also did a little bit of a visual I analyzed all the tier sets and how they look, and I wrote down my numbers. Now obviously I'm not going to be doing a deep dive, but I think that overall I think all the tier sets look pretty cool. Like for example, the Death Knight, I gave it 8 out of 10. I like it, the look of it. Demon Hunter, 8 out of 10, really good. Druid, 9 out of 10, that one always kicks ass right there. Evoker, I've never been a fan of Evoker transmog, but I gave it a 5 out of 10. Again, I'm not a big fan of how Evokers look. Hunter, you guys got screwed. I don't know what you guys did to piss off the developers, but I gave you a 2 out of 10. Doesn't even look like a Hunter to me. So again, Hunters, you're getting shafted. Mage, 9 out of 10. Love the wizard hat, right? Monk, 7 out of 10. Paladin is a 10 out of 10. I have never seen a better looking tier set. Paladins, you're eating, you're cooking up good. Priest, 9 out of 10. Rogue, 8 out of 10. Shaman, 8 out of 10. Warlock, 9 out of 10, and then Warrior, my main, I gave an 8 out of 10. I've seen better sets for sure, but overall, everyone looks pretty good. They match the theme. I complained about the Undermined tier sets and how they didn't match the theme, but now they all match the theme. I think Hunter's the loser here, and Paladin's the winner for the looks. Obviously, everyone has their own opinions, but do you guys agree with my numbers on how all of these tier sets look? Because majority of them are 8 out of 10s, which is great. That's what you want, but Hunter, whew. Thank God for transmog, am I right? Gee whiz. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of all the new system, especially with all the hero talent changes, which is awesome. So definitely keep an eye on that, because things might be shifting away from the spec you're currently playing. So definitely keep an eye out. But I am Unoptimized Fool from the closet. I'll see you guys next time.